And I was in one of the areas that went pitch black, so it was really scary for a couple of minutes before.
Good evening, everyone. We want to get right to a KGW weather impact alert, a two-parter as we recover from an overnight windstorm and prepare for an atmospheric river that is forecast to bring both heavy rain and wind. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Molko. Across the valley and beyond, we're seeing downed trees and power lines following that overnight storm. The impact at its peak, including hundreds of thousands of power outages, students in the dark at local schools, and some major highways completely shut down. Tonight, we have live team coverage with reporters across our area, plus meteorologist Joe Ranieri tracking what is inbound in less than 24 hours. Though before we can talk about what's coming, we've got to take a look at the cleanup with a time to get set for round two quickly now running out. Let's start with John Adams live in North Portland. So John, how are things looking where you are?
Yeah, David, we are in the Mississippi neighborhood off of North Michigan, where just in the last 20 or 30 minutes or so, crews got done cleaning up a large tree that had fallen across the roadway here. Now, people across the metro, some were lucky enough to have their vehicles and homes spared by the worst of the storm. Others, though, weren't as lucky. Residents across the city of Portland waking up and in some cases cleaning up on Wednesday after a strong storm moved through the area overnight.
Definitely surprised. Was not expecting to deal with this morning.
Near 33rd and Shaver in Northeast Portland, Nicole Mangaramas was woken up around 1:30 a.m.
We heard a loud crash. My car alarm went off. Came downstairs to go take a look, and the tree branch was just resting right over the car.
The tree also took down a power line, but thankfully missed their house.
We got so lucky. The tree just got into the driveway, didn't touch the house. Obviously, like I said, our power's still on, so yeah, we got lucky.
The strong winds caused havoc across the city. On North Michigan in the Mississippi neighborhood, a large tree and power lines were down across the roadway. In Forest Heights, a tree was hanging across Northwest Miller Road. And in Southeast Portland, one neighborhood saw trees come down on numerous cars.
It's just so awful. Awful for that car.
The storm once again waking residents up in the middle of the night.
We heard it last night. It was really, really loud. I thought it was a gunshot, honestly.
Even though his car was spared the worst of the damage, Marcos Caceros was left wondering how he would get to work after waking up with a tree on top of his vehicle.
This is pretty close for me. And these other cars, this other one down here is even worse. That smashed the whole front. And I know, hopefully I can make it to work, honestly.
Tens of thousands of PGE customers were in the dark for much of the day as crews scrambled to repair power lines.
We are working as quickly as we can to restore everyone's power. We're not going to stop till we restore everyone's power, but we are going to do it safely.
And David, at last check, arborists with Portland's Urban Forestry Division had responded to about 84 trees around the city that had fallen down on either roads or sidewalks or blocked parking lots. And they do want to remind anyone that encounters a tree that has fallen on a downed power line, stay away from it and call 911 if you see that. David?
Yeah, assume it is live. A lot of close calls for a lot of people. Thanks, John. Appreciate it.